Hello,
Madam, you can start, madam.
sir. వస్తున్నా.
అలాగే.
Okay, sir. So
Yes.
shall I start, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning and a warm welcome to all the faculty. For the last day of this one-week faculty development program on Pedagogy Quality Initiatives, a student-centric learning organized by IQAC committees, KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Vijayawada. I welcome Dr. Vijay Kumar sir, IQAC coordinator, KVSR Corps. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
And it's my immense pleasure to welcome our speaker of the session, Dr. Satish sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. And it's my immense pleasure to introduce our speaker of the session. He is presently working as an associate professor and HOD, Department of Pharmaceutics, Dr. Vishwanath Karat, MIT World Peace University School of Pharmacy, Pune, India. He is having his own pharmacy education YouTube channel with over 5,000 subscribers and 1 lakh student followers. He has a total teaching experience of about 18 years in pharmaceutical sciences. He had received many prestigious national and international awards. He has participated and presented research papers in various international and national conferences. He has published 50 research and review articles in national and international Scopus and Web of Science Index journals. To his credit, he has 3 books and he's a well-known speaker and a resource person and conducted more than 150 webinars for many national and international level conferences and FDPs. He is a life member of APTI and MSPC. He has guided more than 40 students of MPharm and 1 student pursuing PhD under his guideship. He has received a junior research fellowship from AICTE for his PG studies. He is a consultant of 6 well-known pharmaceutical industries and successfully transferred technology for stabilization of vitamin D3 in tablet formulation. He has received Best Research Article for the year 2015 from International Journal of Pharmaceutical Research. He is a reviewer of many reputed international journals like Asian Journal of Pharmaceutics, Journal of Controlled Release, the Bioscan, IJPER, PharmaInfo.net, etc. He has also received many prestigious awards to his credit. He has received Ideal Teacher Award 2021 from MIT Group of Institutions, Pune. He is also listed in the World Scientist Ranking of 21-22 declared by AD Scientific's Rankings USA. He is also recipient of National Unity Award in the year 2018. He is a recipient of Marcus Lifetime Achievement Award for the year 2018. Recipient of Best Faculty in Pharmacy Award for the 4th Asian Education Award in 2019. He is a recipient of Best Scientist in Pharmacy Award at 8th Science and Technology Award 2019. And he's also having 60 publications in national and international journals, 8 patents, authored 3 books in pharmaceutical engineering, pharmaceutical microbiology, and immunology. He developed 4 formulas and products for various diseases with collaboration with some industries. and also he also presented poster presentations and has received best poster presentations in 5 national and international conferences. With these few words, I welcome Dr. Satish sir to please enlighten our faculty with his views on today's session. Thank you, sir.
Yes, madam. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Thank you, Dr. Chenchu Lakshmi ma'am, for excellent. Yes, I appeal all the participants, please kindly mute yourself so that it will not have any problems. Yeah. At the outset, I would like to thanks Dr. Vijay Kumar, IQC coordinator, for inviting me as one of the resource person in today's session. Also, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to visionary principal, Dr. Sunita ma'am, for inviting me and considering as one of the resource person for this 5 days EFDP on pedagogy to development quality initiative on students' learning. So I'll make this session more and more interactive rather than going with monotonous, because we believe firmly that the engagement is very, very important. So let me start my session. Today, I'm going to highlight and give the in-depth insight and through spotlight to various ICT tools for effective teaching learning, as well as some innovative method of teaching, how we can cope up with the challenges. Now it is very difficult to engage our students during the classroom for entire 1 hour. So probably I'm going to give the insight and certain tips to how we can engage our student and how we can make them empower, because that is the ultimate any education institutes, to make our student employable and to make them empower with all this kind of success. That is very important, and to finally to make a benchmark institutes among the country. So we all know we are in the era of uncertainty. We had a pandemics and we have a lot of challenges. In spite of challenges, we have done the remarkable works. First of all, I would like to thanks to all delegates. In spite of today's Sunday, they joined this today's last session. I really thanks to them. So let me start the session. So today's topic of discussion is learning through ICT tools and complying with the NAP, that is new education policy, which is implemented in 2020. So as we all of you know, we are moving from the, we can say, traditional learning to the modern pedagogical learning methods, that is student-centric learning process. So let me open my disclaimers before starting this session. So whatever the things and content of the slides are intended for educational purpose only and purely for personal use. And this presentation is based on publicly available information and some my own copyrights images. The views presented are the views of presenters, not necessarily to author employee organizations. So let me give the outline of this session. Probably I'm going to cover transform from 1.0 to 4.0. Probably we are talking on 5.0 also, where we use all blended learning modes. Like we are transforming from e-learning to blended learning to personalized learning to intellectual learning. We all know, we know the example of Byju's, how they focus on the personalized kind of things. Even in pharmacy also, we are moving with the personalized kind of medicines. So now we all know today's era would be fit for every medicine. Like for example, pain, if you have fever, doctor always prescribe the crocin, but does it required? So that era maybe now it is, now we have to think, we have to redefine all the pharma community. We have to move nice kind of medicines. So that would be certainly look after your need. Then probably I'm going to take you on various innovative methods of learning by use of Bloom taxonomy, how we can correlate and align with the this teaching methodology, and various use of ICT tools for effective teaching learning process. Because education is dynamic process that has to be redefined and refined periodically. So that is very important. And lack of innovative teaching techniques in academics makes pharma curriculum inadequate in making significant stride toward the future. So we need to always hold the attention of students. Maximum engagements, very, very important. And how we can bring this online learning closest to classroom learning experience. So through this blended learning modes. So maybe you can plan some synchronous mode learning, some asynchronous mode learning. So in your course plan, we can plan accordingly. Because now you all of you know in pandemics, we had a lot of challenges. That face-to-face learning was not possible. But in spite of all, we could done it very nicely through this Zoom platform, through this Google Classroom and all these things. So the famous quotes I remember, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's former president, we all know, great scientist. There are 3 types of connectivity for the empowerment of Indian populations. The first is physical, that probably we are lost in the pandemics. Then we have the electronic connectivity and knowledge connectivity. We all know, understood, we in the pandemics, we lost this first connectivity, physical, but we had electronic connectivity. We have right now electronic connectivity like Zoom. Today I'm engaging my session through online modes. This is called as nothing but a synchronous modes, where I'm connecting live to you. And knowledge. So this has been predicted in Vision 2020-21 by our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So this is the era of ABCD, that is called as artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, cloud-based technology, data science, cyber security. So this is the way how we can make our future better. That is, he is rightly said, when you merge Indian technology with Indian talents, when we can make India's better tomorrow. That is IT square. IT plus IT is equal to IT. This is the way how certainly this tools will be act as we can supplement and complement to the teachers and other fraternity. So this is the things, that is, we are moving from the Gurukul to Kulguru Paddhati. That is, we all know, that is traditional era was the Gurukul Paddhati, where our gurus and guru used to teach us in personalized manner. But now it is a Kulguru Paddhati. Every institute and university has certain Kulguru. So this is the era starting from education 1, education 2.0 to 3.0 to education 4. We use all ICT tools, that is information technology tools, and we have talents, and we can merge this amalgamation of all. So we transform the future education system through this blended learnings. So before talking to new education policy, first let me ask, during your teaching learning process, what kind of tools are you using? So maybe I am sharing one link to you in the chat board. So I'll make this session more interactive rather than going with monotonous way. So if you have the Google access, please go to Google and you just type, just a minute, I'll go to that also. Yes. You go to menti.com. There's a website, menti.com, and you can use it directly. You can click on the link. You can use this particular code 49757381. The moment you click on the menti.com, they will ask you the code. And you have to answer these questions. What are the various ICT, that is information communication tools? Yeah, any modern pedagogical tools that you're using in your teaching learning process. That is really helpful for me to cover the entire topics in due course of time. If I can see there are total 46 participants are there. It's really a great number. Because today is Sunday, I have to think on that aspect also. That is one of the attributes. So what are the various, even you can type in the chart board. If you don't have access of this Google, then probably you can directly type in chart boards. What kind of tools are you using right now during your teaching learning? Yes, anyone? I did not see any kind of here responses. Don't react it, respond. That is very important. Hope I'm audible to all. Yes, ma'am. Lakshmi ma'am, Chenchu ma'am, please.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Audible, okay. Please give me at least, you can respond what kind of tool. Maybe you can use PPT, you can use any Google Classroom, anything, whatever you are using right now. Yes, I got login, sir. You can directly go to the Google and type www.menti.com. Menti.com. Once you type menti.com, then they will ask the code. So code is 49757381. It's really helpful. Certainly we can use this kind of tools during, we can share and you can collect the responses, and responses would be appear on your screen. What responses they have given. These are really excellent tools, menti.com, where we can collect the responses from the audience and where we make the session more interactive. Okay. I did not get any responses. Okay, I'll move on next now. Yes. Okay. So quality attributes for educational institutes. So any institute would like to grow, so they have to always think on the employability skills. Okay. Okay, Narsimha Rao, I got your response. Okay, let me talk about this till that time. So what are the quality attributes for educational institutes? Improve the employability skills. We all know, if you talked about the AICT reports, it was in 2020, they talked about the 69% students are unemployable. Only 31% students are employable. Why this? So if you improve this, if you engage our student properly, if you enrich our student with this knowledge, so that they can become critical thinker and problem solver, that is very important. So for that, we have to engage your students very we can say excellent manners by using this modern pedagogy. That is very important. Then student empowerment, very important. We have to always empower our students. Yes, correct, sir. That is correct code that you are typed. Okay. Yeah. Just a minute. I'll come to that also because somebody is asking that. Yes, sir. This is the code of 49757381. Yeah. Okay. I'll just move on the previous slides. Then I'll come to. Yes. Then again, we have to think about the job seeker to job creator, because now students are only, they're always seeking for the jobs, but we have to think on that, how we can make them job creators, a job producer, yeah, entrepreneur. Probably now government of India also, focus on the startups. We all know. The institute has to always give the incubation facility so that idea can be implemented properly, where we can convert our product to paper to products, mind to markets. That is very important. Now we are talking on that aspects. When you are taking any topic to your lesson plan, always think about that, how we can connect with this with the job creators. Whether student can apply that knowledge to build up their entrepreneurs. Very important. That is the new era will be started like startups. So how many startups would be there in your institutes? That is the next question. Maybe probably NAC also will ask these questions. How many startups have been created by your institutes? So this is again one of the attributes for any educational institutes. Then last is benchmarking educational institutes. That is ranking, accreditations. We are going with the NAC, NRF ranking, your NBA accreditations. These are very important. So these are part and parcel of any education institutes. Because we have to make our student lifelong learner. We have to always talk about imperative learning rather than declarative learning. Because imperative learning facilitates us to think, and they become problem solver and critical thinker. Might be previous speaker, because you have been bombarded with a lot of knowledge with this modern pedagogy by various speakers, maybe Bloom taxonomy and all these things. That is certainly they will talk about this. That is how we can make our student lifelong learner. That is very important, because this pedagogy refer to study of teaching and learning in alignment with the predefined goal of education. These are the predefined goals. That is very important. Then what are the prerequisites for course design? How we can design our course? That is very important. When you make your lesson plan, we should add this kind of, might be your syllabus contents, a lot of things. So we have to find out which topic we can make it a synchronous mode and which topic we can make it modes. What is synchronous mode and asynchronous modes? Like now I'm taking this session live. That is, we can say face to face. So that is called as synchronous modes. Maybe probably 80% topic we can cover by synchronous mode, and 20% would be asynchronous modes. Okay. So asynchronous mode would be 20%, not 80%, 20%. Like we can share some YouTube channels video where we can show certain notes. We can give some case studies. Probably they can become, a self-learner. That is also one way how we can design your lesson plans. This is the way. So synchronous mode would be 80%. 80% we can take into the live classes. That is face-to-face learning. Another important, we can say, the points that you can cover in the lesson plan. That is, in MIT, we also followed this pattern. 20% course must be covered by national, international faculty or industry person. We have to find out where the research gap, where the industry and research gap is there. Yeah, bridge. We can ask some industry person to cover those topics. So we can identify those attributes in your lesson plans. And we can certainly ask some national, international faculty who is expert in that particular topic. So even you can call industry person. That also we can cover in lesson plan. That will certainly make our student more empowered. That is the ultimate quality attributes of any education institutes. Student empowerment, then employability skills, benchmark accreditations, these are very important. So in order to work for that goal, that is we can say quality goals, we have to work. So every institute should be having certain map. So for that, we should accordingly. So then we have to always inculcate and we can start using this innovative pedagogy, like problem-based learning, design-based learning, case study-based learning, project-based learning, where we can have certain small projects and they can certainly understand different processes. Then thinking-based learning, inquiry-based learning, collaborative learning, gamifications. Today, probably I'm more on the gamifications. Like Mentimeter is one of the part of gamification, where we can involve the students. Then team teachings. What does it mean? Team teaching means two teachers can teach in one class. So that is again very good approach where student we can engage the students very effectively, because that is very, very important. Because to enhance the interactions between the teacher and students, very important. And this tool probably certainly helpful to practice it properly. I'll now move to the next slides. Now we all know we are shifting from teaching to deep learning. That is, we always used to talk. So we have to make them active learner. But how it is possible? Yeah, deep learning, active learner is very important. So now approach would be as per new education policy also. If we talked about new education policy, they talked about multidisciplinary approach. We have to always use these modern pedagogical tools. We have to use some ICT-based tools. We have to make them problem solver, critical thinker. That is the ultimate goal of new education policy. We always give the flexibility to students. Our approach would be student center, because in your topic also, I really congratulate the organizing team, Dr. Vijay Kumar sir and Dr. Sunita ma'am and other organizing teams who has introduced this particular FDP for all the fraternities. That is really need of ours. So we should always focus on students. Now transfer of knowledge has gone, because student getting knowledge on various mode. We have YouTube channel, we have a lot of things are there. They will get on the Google also. So we have to think on student discovery, how we can make them problem solver, critical thinker. They can certainly then facilitate us to innovate something, and we can get a patents on that also, and we can make them entrepreneur. That is ultimate goal of any. Now passive learning mode has gone. Now we have to teach less, and we have to you have to take them from the student lot. That is very important. Passive learning has gone. We have to make them active learner. Then this era has, we can say, competitive era has gone. That is called a paradigm shift. Focus on outcome. That is very important. Outcome-based learning. In NAC also, we always align COPO. Apna jo COPO hai, that also we map with our lesson plan. What is that? That is nothing but a focus on outcome. Then set lecture time has gone. Now we have to make the timing, variables, flexible. Like we know asynchronous mode, like YouTube channel, even this session is recorded. If somebody is not joined the session, probably they can listen afterwards. This is the way how we can make it available for asynchronous modes. That is the benefit of asynchronous modes. Then answering question has gone. Now the era is asking questions. We are supposed to ask the questions. So more involvement is very important. And that is happened with the Bloom taxonomy. We all know this taxonomy is very, very useful to develop the human cognitive psychology, thinking, learning, and understanding, because that will cover the all learning objective in cognitive, affective, and sensory domain. Because we have to make them problem solver and critical thinker. That is the basic purpose of Bloom taxonomy. And the goal of educator using Bloom taxonomy is to encourage higher order thought in the student by building up from lower level of cognitive skills. That is very important. So probably I am going to take on that also, how to set the questions. Maybe some tips I am giving to you afterwards. Okay, I'll just skip these slides now. Now coming to my main topics, probably you might be using various tools in your teaching learning process. So in order to make our session more interactive, so probably you can use this kind of tools like quizzes.com, where we can create quizzes. Like in many session webinars, many participants used to ask how to find out the slow learner, average learner, and fast learner. So probably I'm giving more stress on that. This is the various, tools where we can get to know the student cognitive minds. Like for example, Kahoot is very fantastic applications where we can, create some gamifications, where we can, create certain quiz before and after the session. It will hardly take 5 minutes to conduct that, but that will give the idea who is slow learner, who is average learner, who is a fast learner. So probably I'm taking that also live session on that Kahoot, how to use that. Then Mentimeters, just now I use that tools. Then Padlets, Testmos, Profos, Pizzalets, Socrative. There are multiple tools are there where we can use during your learning process, where we can engage your student very effectively, because that is the pain points of any teachers to how to engage for 1 hour. If you go in monotonous way, student will not come in next lecture. That probably you might have experienced also, realize also. So if you use this kind of, interactive games and probably more and more students will attend your session. LMS, that is called as Learning Management System. Probably you can use Google Classroom, Canvas. We in MIT, we use Canvas, a fantastic customized mode platform where we can, engage our session in asynchronous modes. Ed mode also there, Genome also there, Schoology is there. Are certain animation tools are there where we can use in our labs, in our teaching learning process. So I'll be taking on that also, not worry, one by one. Then certain, this tool I'll explain later on to how to remove the background image from any images, how we can take the royalty free image, because we cannot take directly from Google. Google has certain copyrights things. So if you want to take any images from the, so I would suggest use this website. No need to, give the attributions. It's a royalty free image, Pixabay, Pixel, Unsplash, where probably you can get certain images where we can, directly use in a PPT, because you are uploading the PPT on your platform. We cannot use the, the copyright image in your PPT. You cannot claim as this my image. You have to give the source in that case. But if you use these images from this Pixabay, Pixel, and Unsplash during your PPT, probably you can claim, that is your the PPT like that. There are certain illustration tools are there. I'll take you in due course of time, because in order to mold the future, so students should be intellectually sharp, mentally alert, spiritually elevated, and physically fit. That is very important. Whenever you engage the session, this is very important. You have to make them intellectually sharp, mentally alert, physically fit, spiritually elevated. This is the mantra for how we can build up the session. I'll just go to the next one. There are certain ICT tools for effective blended learning. Probably in NAC also they ask rubrics. Whenever you conducting any kind of assessments, we need to provide a rubrics on what basis you are going to give the marks. Students should understood, no? On this rubrics, I am getting the marks. So they will prepare. So when you make any question paper also, any kind of notes, always give rubrics of that particular questions. What is expected in that questions? So student will understood, yeah, this is the things I'm supposed to do so that I can get the marks and I can get knowledge also. There are certain mind mapping, infographing tools also there. One by one, I will go in that, okay. There are content making tools also there, canva.com, certain plagiarism tools also there, where we can check plagiarisms and all these things, okay. Okay, so I'll just go with the Kahoot app, okay. Just a minute. This is a Mentimeter, okay, how it looks. You can see over here. If you go on that particular link, probably you could see this kind of responses. It will be appear on the screen like this. If you ask any questions, then student will go on that particular link and they will probably give their responses, and responses will appear on the screen. And you can get a lot of updates from that particular topics from the different minds, because there are multiple minds are. And this is the kind of game-based learning platform that make it easy to create, share, and play. Where we can have a discussion on that particular opinions. Okay, I'll just skip on that. I'll come to now the Mentimeters. Okay, hope all participants are there with me. I'll go with this Kahoot. Just 2 minutes. Can you see my screen, all of you?
Sir, yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
So if you want to use this Kahoot, okay. So let me play this game with you. Then probably I'll tell you how to create this game. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to share you one screen to what have been created. I think somebody has unmute themselves. Okay, can you mute yourself? Yeah. So this is the quiz I have created for just for understanding. Okay, so I'll just start this quiz. So what you're supposed to do now, you have to go Google and type kahoot.it. Kahoot.it, like KAHOOT. So all of you go on the Google. If Google is there with you, then probably they will ask gaming pin. Okay, all of you join with www.kahoot.it. First, look at my screen now. Now, gaming pin is loaded. Yes, the gaming pin is 746441. I'll be writing in the chartboard also. Somebody can write in chartboard. You all of you go to kahoot.it. Google pe just type karo kahoot.it. Then probably they will ask gaming pin to you, and along with your name, nickname. You can put your nickname. So game pin is 746441. Then probably I would see the names who is going to participate.
Sir, your screen is not visible now, sir.
Not visible. Okay, let me
Yes,
again
sir.
share
Yes,
screen.
sir.
Yes, I'll share my screen again, sir. Sorry. Yes, can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
please, all of you just go to kahoot.it. In Google, just you type kahoot.it. Then probably they will ask your nickname and game pin. So game pin is 746. I'll write the game pin over here. Yes, 746441. Yes, thank you for writing game pin in the chartboard. Yes, I can see Dr. Chenchu Lakshmi ma'am has joined. Thank you, ma'am, for joining this session. Dr. Ravi has joined. Thank you, sir. This will be really helpful, and this we can start. You can try at your class also. Okay. For creation of this game, hardly take 2 minutes, and for playing again 5. It will be really helpful. Okay, I'll be starting the session now. Start the question game. Okay. Now you can go to your Google, same, and question will appear on there. Okay. The first question will appear on the screen. You can see over here. The question 1 is appearing on your screen now. You first see my screen, then you click on your screen later on. Now see who of medicine and pharmacy. You could see in my screen the 4 options. You look at the icon, the correct icon, and probably on your Google you could see the only icon. You click on those correct icon. Yes, those are not participated, they can answer in the chat board, not an issue. Just for this we can practice in your classroom also. So some students having technical issue for joining. So you can take them in the game also. Way mode, okay. Yes, I got 2 responses. Just click on the icon which is there on your screen. Now you see my screen. First you see my screen, and later on. So code is 746441. Already I have mentioned. Yes. Let us see who has answered correctly. Yes, now you can see 3 participants have answered correctly. Okay, that you all of you know the answer is Hippocrates, with the father of medicine and pharmacy. Okay, so next, let us see who is a top ranker. Yeah, Devadasu ma'am. I don't know who is. Okay, Devadasu. Okay, so congratulations for your correct. Like that, you can play this game. Next, go to next questions. Which of the following? Now you look at my screen first, then you go to your screen later on. Which of the following accreditation body higher education in India? NAC, NBA, AICT, all of them. Which of the following accreditation body for higher education in India? Yes, you have the time. In that time span only you're supposed to answer. Yes, I got 2 responses. So answer, see, you sir, for answering, sir, you have to look at my screen. Then you have to Google, you have to go on that Kahoot.it app, and probably you can see only icon over there. Here only you see the options. Okay, icon will be available on your screen where you are supposed to click. For example, in this screen, NAC is correct options. Then you can click on that triangle which is appearing on your screen. Yes, now you can see 3 participants have answered correctly. Yes, let us see who is topper. Yes, Devadasu again come on the front. Then Dr. Chenchu ma'am, then Ravi sir, Jyoti, Ravi. Okay, these are the way how we can motivate your students to participate. Okay, last questions. Let us see. True and false. So like that, you can create a questions on this Kahoot app. Okay. Google Classroom, Genomio is the type of learning management system. Is it true or false? Just you have to click. If it is true, click on that square option. If it is false, click on the triangle option, which is available on your that Kahoot.it. Yes, I got the 3 answers. I'll skip this again. Now, let us see who is the winner on the podium. This is the way how we can cherish the moments. Like the 3rd ranker is Dr. Chenchu ma'am, then 4th is Dr. Ravi sir, and 1st ranker is, let us see, we can, yes, Devadasu. This is the way how we can congratulate and appreciate their efforts. Runner-up is, we can see over here. So how it was? Please let me know your opinions, comments. So certainly we can use this kind of, we can say applications, gamifications during your session, where you can, conduct before and after also. Before the session start, okay, what is the knowledge have regarding your topics. Then after completion of topic, again, you can conduct the session like this, okay. So probably you can make them more and more interactive. You can involve and you can engage very effectively to your class. Because we should always believe on that problem-based learning, student-centered pedagogy. Students learn about subject through the experience of solving open-minded critical attributes. That is very important. Okay, so thank you for your comments. So this is the way how we can involve this, all the app. Now I can just move on the previous slides. You can see over here. So in this particular right now we have used this Kahoot. You can see over here. So now how to create such a games. So probably I'm going to tell you how to create this. Okay. So let me take it on. This is the different games we can see over here. Okay. Yes. I'll be now stop sharing my screen. I'll be moving to my this particular app. Okay. Yes. Can you see my screen now? Yes.
No, it's not visible.
Not visible. Okay, I'll again share my screen. Yes. Can you see now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just go to the Kahoot application on website. Just type Kahoot. Probably you can get this window. Okay, that is a home window. You can see our home window like this. You can register with your Gmail ID. Okay. So I have now registered with my Gmail ID. Okay. So you can register with Gmail ID. Okay. You can create your profiles. It's a free. Okay, we can use freely, no need to pay anything. Okay, over here. For the creation of such a games, you can go with the create app. Can you see over here on the extreme left, the option is there, create. Yes, I have spotlight on that area. Okay. Yes. So the moment you click on the create button, they will ask, okay, you have to create a course, a Kahoot game. So I have to create Kahoot game. Then I probably have to go with this particular things, Kahoot. Now see. Now the screen will open over here. Now see, supposed to create a new game, like just now I created that game. How to create such a games? So you can create with the already which there is template is there. I am using these templates. Okay. Now see, and you can start typing your questions over here. Can you see over here? For the questions we can type over here. What are the questions you have? Okay, like who is the father of pharmacy? Like who is the father of pharmacy? Like that question you can type over here and you can give the options over here. You can give the options over here. What are the options is there? Okay, 4 options. Okay, and you have to add correct options. For example, this I am written over here. Okay, Galen, like this. Here would be correct option would be Hippocrates. Sorry. Yeah, Hippocrates. So this is a way you can go on typing these options. Okay. So it will be correct options. So you can click on the correct. This is the correct one. For example, this is correct. You can click on that. It is not correct. It is correct. Then you can go with this. You just unmark it. So this is a way how we can create, even you can add an image based on image. Like if you want to ask the structure, you can show the structure to them and you can ask what is the chemical name of that structures. So likewise, you can add images over here. Option is there. You can add images over here. You can add images from your gallery. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, I'll just skip this again. Yes, got it. Then once you're done with all this, you can create a 10 questions like this. Okay, you can see. If you want to ask only 3, you delete others one. How many questions you are supposed to ask? You can just plan. For example, if you want to plan only 3 questions, so you can just make it 3. Other you can delete over here. The option is there till 9 questions you can add. Now, once you done with this questionnaire, okay, then you go with this setting. On extreme left, probably you can see the setting over here. Setting, sorry, just a minute. Yes, can you see your setting over here? Time limit, even quiz pattern also. You can see the quiz pattern. Okay, so true and false quiz. In free version only you have only 2 options, quiz and true false. If you want more options, then you have to pay. But okay, for our purpose, we can get it done with the quiz and true and false. Then time limit should be always keep 1 minute ideally, because they have to use this screen 2 times, because they have to go with the previous screen, then again they have to move on the second screen. Okay, so I'll give the 1 minute, can get sufficient time to move on the screen, like 1 minute. Then keep the point standard. Okay, then all this rest you have to make it as default. You have to keep it as default. Answer option also you can change. If you want single option, multi select option also you can give. Okay. So this is a way how we can set, and you can save over here. Once you're done with all settings, save over here, play the games. Now see, saving has been done. Then you can click on the done button. Now you can see the practice. Even you can edit this question also. Now you can play the game later on. So I have created my 10 minutes video on the YouTube channel. Probably you can visit and you can again get the more informations, okay, on that. Even you can edit this quiz, like unit 1 quiz, like that you can write over here. So unit 1 quiz, unit 2 quiz. You can create your library over here for entire lesson plan, like unit 1 quiz for your subject. So you can create unit wise also library over here, and during your lecture plan you can certainly show that quiz. It will hardly take half an hour or 1 hour to create for one entire lesson plan. I hope everybody has understood. Yes, channel is there. I'll probably sharing my channel to you. Did not worry. On same name, Dr. Satish Polshettiwar. Okay, but I'm sharing that my channel also. Did not worry. I can show over here. You can see where you can see all this small video I have created, 10 minute video on various topics. And various tools that you're probably using in your teaching learning process. Just a minute. Even you can also make your own YouTube channels, and you can create entire library of your teaching learning process, your lecture plan and everything. Share those video to your students in asynchronous modes, where you can save your timing. Only you can focus those points which is very important in the class. Because already I've told you, you can make your lesson plans 20-80% ratio. 20% would be asynchronous mode by YouTube channel by using notes and all, which is not instructional, because you can play you can understood, you can create such a platform, because that things maybe student can learn by own, and those are not learned by self. Then you can make it face-to-face learning. This is my channel. Let me open. So I hope the things are visible to all of you. Just 2 minutes. Yes, this channel has been monetized. Even we can also earn the money from the YouTube way. Okay, can you see this channel? I'll share this link also to you. Yes, on various topics, I have used a lot of like this simple example I'm telling you. Okay, I've prepared through just a minute. So the ad is there because this channel is monetized. Yes, the simple things we can create over here. Yeah. This is a way, okay, how we can create this video. Just a minute. Let me stop. Just a minute. Stop sharing.
Satish Polshettiwar.
Yeah.
Sir
Can you see
Dr.
now?
Satish Polshettiwar from School of Pharmacy, MIT World Peace University. Let us learn what is microorganisms. I'm going to explain you the meaning of microorganisms. So microorganisms,
This can be used again.
the small living
Application for creating such
system.
kind of
M
animation
stand for
skills.
microscopic because it has to be observed through microscope. I denotes
You can create an interest of
because they are
students
independently
during your
present in the
class.
nature. It's very complex. That C denote complex in nature. R rapid growth rate. O is omnipresent since it is present everywhere.
This is the way how we can
So O
create
stand
the
for
videos,
organ.
okay, like this. Yes, okay. Yes, I was talking about this again, the virtual labs. Okay, let me take it on that also. Okay. Hope you could see my screen. Yes. Yes, sir. Can you see my screen now? Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay, I'll be now moving with the various tools now. Okay, so this is the things. Okay, I just keep on this again. I keep on this. Okay. Yeah. So innovative teaching methods. Then I'll be then afterwards I'll be going with the classroom and virtual labs and all these things. Okay. So what are the innovative teaching methodology? Probably I'm going with the one topics because I firmly believe on the practical rather than going with the only theoretical parts. Okay. So what is problem-based learning? How we can explore the simulation-based laboratories? What is reverse pedagogy? Thinking-based self-directed flipped classroom, experimental observational-based learning, participatory learning, team teachings. Okay. There are different methods are there. So now we are moving from pedagogy to andragogy to metagogy, where we always act as a potentiator rather than educators. So yes, I'll just keep all these things. Okay. Now coming to the, yes, yeah, this is one beautiful examples how the problem-based learning would be useful to you. So now this is one problems we all of you know in our just a minute. Let me take it on presenter modes. Just a minute. Yeah. So this is one of the innovation that we did through problem-based learning, and we got patent later on also. So what we observe, our student observe. So we use Gomutra. This is nothing but the we can say a cow-based urine. Probably we use for holistic purpose. So we converted this Gomutra, yeah, we can say cow urines into the auspicious room freshener, come perfume for spiritual healing, because this product can be used to freshen up your mandiras, homes, and any other auspicious places. It is very sacred for performing the yajna and various purposes. So our student has what they did, they convert and they blended into the formulations where they extended their fragrance and they mask the peculiar kind of smell with the help of certain masking fragrance, and we convert into the perfumes, and it will long last for near about 8 hours. We use nanotechnology over here. So these are problems, and the problems have identified students and they convert it into the products. That is really one of the best part, how we can convert our problem into solution and how we convert our idea into implementations. That is paper to products. And and these products we convert in our labs. Okay. And we created one startup, that is Raganda, on the name of Raganda. These are BPharm students. Okay, they started these startups, and later on we file a patents, and we got even it is granted just now by Indian governments, IPR departments, and students have started earning 20,000 rupees per month during final year BPharm only. This is the two students. They have now founded the companies, because I was talking on that. No? Our ultimate attributes, the goal is nothing but you have to make our student empowered, critical thinker, problem solver, and we can always think about job creator rather than job seeker. So this is one of the best example how we can use problem-based methodology, problem-based learning, PBL, project-based learning can be utilized and converted into outcome. Because what NAC NB asked, outcome. What is the outcome? Okay, you are using the technology, you are using this modern pedagogy, but what is the outcome? Has any examples you are set with that learning mode? That is very important. And we created this remarkable success through this problem-based learning. I believe in, outcome rather than only going with blah, blah, blah. That is very important. Thank you for Dr. Kalyan Chakravarti for your comments. Yes. Now, next. Okay. So what is innovative teaching methods? Because normal is always boring. So normal way, like, blah, 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 all these things, probably you will get bored. So we created this model that is called as reverse pedagogy. So what is reverse pedagogy? It is a pedagogical strategy consisting of concentrating class time in order to carry our practical work by eliminating the time required for the lectures. Means we should start our lecture with example rather than going with that topics. Don't discuss topic before. You give the background about that topics. When you enter the class, okay, you discuss about we can say the case study, you discuss about the examples and their achievements, their success, everything. Then you start your actual topics. Then, student will not get bored in your session. Because since students are usually passive during the teaching lecture, teacher can view everything when and where the suit them best. So probably with the use of these methods, okay, they will not bore. Let us start with one topic. Okay, I'm taking one topic to you, like you can consider this is happening in your lecture also. Now, the topic name is emulsion. When you are starting this topic, when you are taking this topic to your class, so don't talk about what is emulsion, what are different types of emulsion and all this blah, blah, blah. You talked about the normal example that is, they know. You talked about the milk. What is this milk? What is the composition of the milk? You talk like that. You can create their environment, you create their interest in your subject. So what is milk? You can say, they probably say, yeah, milk is consists of, it's a milky solution. Somebody say it is biophysics system. Somebody say it contain oil and water. Sorry? Somebody's talking. Okay. Yeah. So this is the way how we can make them critical thinker. So if you understood milk is now you can start. Yeah, milk contain, how milk contain oil and water. Still how they form a one-phase system only. You can start asking these questions. Maybe somebody, give the example, might be it contain one components that we now call as emulsifying agents, a surfactant we can say. Then student will start thinking, okay, if you directly give the emulsion is biophysics system, thermodynamically unstable, all these blah, 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 they will not understand. You take them in this way with the examples like milk and butter. Butter is best example of water and oil emulsion. Milk is best example oil in water. It contains casein, this one surfactant, emulsifying agents. Because of that, milk is homogeneous. It forms one homogeneous system. This is the way how they can understood emulsion, how ideas came. This is the way how we can engage our students. I hope probably you understood. This is the way how we can, and we can create interest. Similar things, when you are talking this topic about factorial design in pharmacy, the factorial design is very, complex topics. Many students not understood this topic. So probably you can teach this topic with the example of this TLC method. They might be performing TLC. So in TLC, a lot of factors we consider. Like if you want to design this particular experiments by factorial design, we always think about what are the independent factors, what are the dependent factors. Okay, independent factors is mostly the inputs that you are taking, like the quality of your materials, your temperatures, all these factors you consider. Okay, you can take it this level, low level, high level, sometimes middle level. That is a way how we can make them understand these topics. With this, then you can give this factor, how we can consider the factor, because that is one of the attributes in your TLC, ethanol in mobile phase, TLC number in temperatures. So temperature and pure factor, and level we can take it as low level, high level. That again we can take it from the literature survey, and response would be your dependent factors. So this is the way how we can understand the topic to your students. Similar way, by 2 to 3 design, again 8 run. So you can take 3 factors and 1 response. You have 2 responses on your critical attributes and all. So this is a way how we can make the topic more interesting. One more example, I'll be discussing with problem-based learning. So one more patent we filed in last 3 years, okay? Again, based on the problem-based learning. During the class, the problems, and we try to develop the solutions, and we later on file a patent. That is outcome. Yeah. Everybody know when you visit the homeopathic doctor, he is used to give the medicine in that, the bottle. And the doctor usually asks to take the 10 pills per, twice a day, thrice a day. It's very difficult to measure that number of pills. Sometimes instead of 10 pills, it will appear, 12 pills, sometimes 9 pills. Dispensing is again problem, proper dispensing. So we got one solution, okay, that we developed one bottle, okay, having this like needs, we only change the design of that lid so that, you'll get only one by one all the pills, where we can take that pills properly. We can measure that pills also. This is a simple solution that our student has given, and we file a patent later on, design patents. So this is the way how we can, problem-based learning has certain outcome. If you go with monotonous teaching learning mode, probably you will not find any kind of solutions. Solutions, again, you have outcome. Again, that will be certainly reflect on your NAC, NBA, and NRF also. Because that is ultimate goal of any organization. Quality attributes, again, is very important. You have to make the student empower, employability skill should be increased, benchmarking institutes, these are very important. Yes. Again, you might be aware, you might be taking your student for field visits, but what is the outcome of that field visits? That is very important. Have you assessed that field visit, whether that student has got knowledge properly or not, whether they got the various problems, how they can convert their idea into implementations, how their mind bring into market. So this is very important. You should not remain on the paper only. Paper to products. I believe in these particular aspects. You have to convert that paper into products. Then and only your idea, your approach, your pedagogy will be useful. Otherwise, this will be remain on the paper only. So best example I'll give to you. This is again one example. Again, our student has started up one company based on the field visits only. So, in Pune, nearby Pune, there's one, a small city, a small place, Ranjangaon, MIDC area, visited in 2008 somewhere to this Lay's company, Lay's, which is potato making company, by the Lay's in between. Yeah. So, we visited that company, and along with our students, and our student has observed, during that particular visit, they observed that they are releasing their effluents to the environments on the river directly without treating that effluents. And our student found there were some fish. You can see over here. Sorry. You can see over here, there were some fish, on the water. Our student have observed why that particular fish appear on that particular, water. And they, the idea got clerks. Yeah, might be because of that, because of starch which is present, because that potato is getting continuously washed with the water, and the starch is coming. Because of the starch, the water get, that white face floated on the water. And, that particular student had took the sample from that, river, and that brought into our laboratory. And, certainly, and surprisingly, I'll just let you know about that. Okay. So what we found in that particular starch, okay, just a minute, let me, yeah. So then he took that particular water into our laboratory, and, he found near about 35% to 60% starch in that particular water. And he got the idea. So we can convert that particular effluent into the useful material like starch. And he worked on that. He went on working on that particular problem, and finally succeed, and he created his own company. He approached that company, that particular organization, and he asked to give that influence back to that company, and we'll make it the useful products. And he started one company, Siddharth Starch Private Limited. Now he's, earning in crore. This is a way, best example how we can convert a problem to solution, that is product to new startup. I hope everybody understood this. This is nothing but the maturity. You all know problem-based learning. Traditional learning only memorizing, told what we need to know. It only memorize, you can remember the things. That is called as only, it is called as teacher-driven model. But now, problem-based learning, always we assign the problem, we ask to identify that what we can do it for the problems, and we can learn and we can apply to solve the problems. Like Bloom taxonomy, we have to make them critical thinker, problem solver. You have to make them empowered with all these things. Then and only our pedagogy will be helpful to you, because your objective is that only. I hope you're getting it properly. Yes. Yeah. I'll be giving on these particular aspects how we can explore this simulation-based learning in your teaching learning process, because there are a lot of GIP image, a lot of simulation laboratory, virtual laboratories are there. Probably we can explore those labs. Okay. Before that, let me play one game to all of you, because I know this every 15 minutes, 10 minutes, a reflection point will appear. Let me play one game, icebreaker game to all of you. Hope all of you there. Can you please put yes in the chat board if you are there in my meeting? All of you, please, I need your response. If all of you there in this particular meetings, please let me know in the chat board. You can type yes. Yeah, like that. That will certainly, help us that you are there with me. Don't make it asynchronous mode. Huh? It is synchronous mode now. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rupa ma'am. Thank you, Devadasu Chapla. Thank you, all of you, for giving response rather than reaction. Yeah. So let me play the game to you. Likewise, similar game you can play it in between your classes. That's why I given the name Icebreaker. Okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your responses. Now, I'm going to show one image to you. You have to identify that logo. Okay. Let me click on that. Yes. Let me know what is this logo. Which logo? This belongs to which company? This is a well-known pharmaceutical industry. Okay. Company logo. Please let me know your responses in chat board. In private message, you type in private. Don't send in direct in the chat board. Otherwise, other people will let you know. You have to give response in chat board, in personal on my name. Not correct. Please. Yes, any other responses? This logo belongs to which industry? Might be probably you got vaccinated with this company. You must have administered the vaccines. I have given these hints to you. It's a well-known company, the Covishield, which is brought, you all of you know, that is Serum Institute of India. This is the company Serum Institute of India. Okay. All of you got immunized with this Serum Institute of India, vaccines, which is they are developed by using this AstraZeneca and all these things. All of you know. One of the best example of technology transfer, how they, how AstraZeneca have transferred technology to Serum Institute of India and they brought it into commercial markets. India. This is a way how we can make them, involve and make them alerts about the company. Maybe somebody is planning to join Serum Institute of India. In interview also, this can be one of the tasks. So you should be very good observer in that case. Might be you have got immunized with this vaccine, but you are not look at the labels which is there on the bottle, or the particular vials. You all know. Another label I'm going to show you. We can say the logo of the company. Yes, anyone can recognize. Can you recognize this logo? This company belongs to which company? Yes, anyone in the class? Okay. Yes, thank you, Devadasu, sir, for your answer. That is nothing but the Bharat Serum, Bharat Biotech. We all know that is we all know the first indigenous vaccines which is developed by this company, Bharat Biotech, along with ICMR scientists. We all of you know. Again, one of the best example of technology transfer. We have one topic in industrial pharmacy, technology transfer. You can give this kind of case study to them. How ICMR scientists have developed this particular indigenous vaccines, that is Covaxin. And they transferred technology to Bharat Biotech, which is Hyderabad-based company, we all of you know, and they brought this first indigenous vaccines. This is a way how we can give the knowledge to them, Yes, thank you, KVCR, sir. Yeah, I'll just keep now this experiential learning, very important. Okay, we'll just keep these slides. I again skip these slides because this is a way how case studies on that. Okay, means the simple question you can ask. Why doesn't honey spoil? And we can make them involve the students. Honey, why doesn't honey spoil? It doesn't get spoiled. It doesn't have an expiry periods. Why? So in this way, you can make them critical learner. And probably student can think, yeah, why it doesn't get spoiled? Because it contains certain preservatives natural preservatives, gluconic acids and hydrogen peroxides. Because of that, it doesn't get spoiled. It's a natural, phenomena. So this is the way how we can make them a learner. Again, very interesting things like that. You can. This is just example I'm providing to you to how we can engage your students during your class. So have you ever wondered why there is an expiration date on drinking water? Anyone can comment on this? Why there's an expiration date? Even I have the water bottle now. Okay, it has expiry dates. Does anyone know why this expiry period is for water या bottle? Anyone? जो पानी के ऊपर expiry bottle लिखा expiry date लिखा रहता है, that expiry period is for water या bottle? Yes, Dr. Sucharita ma'am, Dr. Devdasu, somebody say water, somebody say bottle. Again, very interesting. This is for bottle, not for water. Water doesn't get spoiled. पानी कभी खराब नहीं होता है, ध्यान में रखो. So this is for the bottle which is made up of that PVC metal. Okay, there's a different kind of metal we use. That has a expiry period because after some over a period of time, that PVC metal, that plastic metal leaches some material chemicals into water. That's why we have to give expiry periods, and this is the understanding. Even this kind of questions will appear in technical interviews. So you have to make the students this kind of things. Okay, this is very important. Yeah, then observe the things, learn the chemistry. This is the way where we can involve the students. Nature inspires us a lot. If you look at the nature, it has a lot of innovation. So we can ask the student to observe the phenomena, and you can, why balloons fly in the air, why radish color is white, why beet color is red, why balloons stick on the wall, like that. This is the way how, engage your students. That is very, very important. Because critical quality attributes is very important. You have to always think about students, then you have to think about parents, then you have to think about your stakeholders, employers, and teachers. When you talked about the quality attributes in quality education, then you have to think about all these aspects. And academic integrity, very important. You have to always make them active learner so as to make them empower. Just now I told you empowerment. Okay, sorry, empower. You have to always make them empower. You have to exchange your ideas. You have to enrich them with this kind of interactive tools. You have to enhance the deeper learning through the use of ICT-based teaching learning. We can extend significantly, alter the way that learning and teaching takes place to using ICT. Then you have to make them empowered, because ultimate objective is active learner. You have to make them, critical thinker, problem solver. Okay, that is ultimate goals, and that goal can be achieved through this Bloom taxonomy. We all know. Just now we saw this Kahoot applications where we can have interactive session. Okay. There are certain e-content creation. Okay, Canva. Okay, these are best beautiful tools. How many are using Canva? Does anyone know? It's fantastic tools where we can create multiple things, whatever you want. For example, if you want to create one backdrop, you want to create certain flyers for this particular FDP. If you want to create certain QR code, everything, it is possible. It's a free template they have created. Even you can create a PPT also, animated video also, everything is a free applications. Anyone using Canva? Yeah, for certificate also we can use. We can create a certificate on the Canva, and you can connect with your Google form, and we can directly you can give the certificate to the participant. Once they give the feedback, automatically they will get the certificates. This is the way how we can use these tools. Okay, created one video of 10 minutes. How we can generate certificate on this particular Google form with the help of Canva also. You can visit my YouTube channels. Yes, we are using it. Very good. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yes, I'll just keep all these things. Yeah, this is okay. I'll just keep all. There are multiple tools also there. Learning management, classroom, for webinar, Zoom. Right now you're using Zoom only. Cisco WebEx, GeoMeet, GoBranch, Google Meets. So many. For broadcasting channel like YouTube, now this particular session is broadcasted on YouTube. So it can be done through streaming application like OBS, StreamYards, and Streamlabs. Now Zoom directly you can go to the streaming without using any Streamlab. But if you don't have any license version, still we can get it done. StreamYard is a very good application where we can directly broadcast your session by using the StreamYard applications. For desktop sharing, you can use TeamViewer, AnyDesk, because in online mode, many times, students are getting problem. So we can ask them to share the TeamViewer, yeah, AnyDesk ID, and we can access that particular laptop, yeah, particular desktop. Okay, very, very fantastic. Okay, I'll go with the mind mapping also. Through Canva also you can do the mind mapping. This is a very good technique to generate ideas. We can create a mind map of entire topics. If you have the, like, for example, if you're planning to celebrate your birthday, so birthday would be your central theme, and we can connect with the different aspects. Like for birthday, when you think on the celebrating birthday, you always think the location where you're supposed to celebrate. Then we always think out the friends where you are going to invite. Then you always think about the cake, which cake you are supposed to buy, which flavor. So we always reconnect with each and everything. That is called as mind map. So for topic also, we can create a mind map. We can ask to students to create a mind map by using the applications. Okay, I'll be sharing that application to you. Me Mind Map. Canva also very good. In Canva, a lot of templates are there. You keep on adding this, mind mapping. So it will be certainly very useful to remember. And the student become good thinker. It will act as a brainstormer. And it will relate to the ideas and help to become more creative. Yes, that. This is a simple mind map I have created. This is my own mind map. Like all of you know HLB scale. It is very difficult to remember the entire HLB scale. But if you create such a mind map in one simple tricks, that is the all windows and door are solubilized. So how we can make it? You all of you know HLB scale, which is proposed by Griffin, having the range from 1 to 4, 6 or 18. That is WO type. If below 8 we called as WO, then OW is 8. We can call it as OW type. So we can give this all windows A, W, S, D, all windows and doors solubilized. Okay, we can remember like that in the range of 3 to 8, called as W type emulsifying agents. OW is 8 to 16. Your HLB start from antifoaming agent 1 to 3. You can put one middle 8. You can see over here. Just a minute. You can just write over here 8 in middle. Then below this we can see wetting agents and antifoaming agents. Above 8 spreading agents. Then 16 to 18 solubilizing agents. 14 to 16 detergents. That is these doors are solubilized. You have to only remember these tricks. All windows and doors are solubilized. This is a very great, likewise mind map you can create for entire topics, and we can certainly remember all these things. And student become lifelong learner rather than only remembering the fact. Sorry. Yes, I'll just keep these slides again. This is the mind map for entire tablets. Okay, you can remember tablet in this way. You can ask student to prepare the mind map like that, which are very important, like types is important, method is important, QC is important on extreme right hand side. On your left hand side, you can take the size shape like this, okay? Shape, then coating method, machinery use. So this is the way how we can reconnect with the different associations, okay? And this will remember, okay, forever. Even you can ask to create infographics by using Canva. So infographic will give the more information and will make the, that particular learning more and more interesting, okay? Like in case of brief history of technology, how the technology have been, timeline you can show like this manner. Even with this kind of graphical presentation, instead of going with this first, this one, this is more important. See, if you go with this kind of image, probably your student will learn very good manner rather than only showing this kind of PPT. So the infographic will help us, okay, during your teaching learning process. Yes, I'll just keep these slides again. And this is very important. Sometimes you need to change the directions. Patience is not always an optimal way, okay, compelled to find optimal way of working. This is online paper setting with Google Form. Probably you might be using this, all these, options for short answer, one line answer, paragraph for long answer, quizzes for multiple choice, check boxes for multiple answer correct. These are the different options available on Google Form where we can create and we can use it. Yeah, Canva. I was talking about the Canva. Design anything with Canva. This is a very fantastic applications. Okay, I think today only I have created one, backdrop image. I have shared to, I think, one of your organizer. So that will really, brand yourself. Like you're arranging the session, arranging the FDP. You can ask all the delegates, participants to use the backdrop, that is virtual background, because that will create, that will act as a brand, branding for your organizations. Nobody using the, backdrop. So I would suggest to use backdrop. That is really helpful because that will be reflecting on social media, YouTube channel. Somebody, can see, yeah, these are the things have been happen in these organizations. One more icebreaker games. So how much time I have? Let me know so I can close the session otherwise. Yes, ma'am.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll finish.
15, 10.
10 minutes
Yes,
only,
yes.
So I'll just keep this icebreaker game because this is really important. See, this kind of game you can play with your students. My ultimate objective aim while showing this icebreaker game, this is the things we can practice during your teaching learning process. Like you can show the images of this person. For example, this is the great personality for pharmacy. Anyone know who is this fellow? He's a founder of topmost pharma industry. I'm giving the hint to you. Anyone, please. Okay. Not knowing. Okay. Okay. Likewise, you can play. This is the Dilip Sanghvi, the founder of the Sun Pharma. He founded the Sun Pharmaceutical, and government of India awarded the 4 civilian awards Padma Shri in 2016. So another like that you can image. This is the from Hyderabad-based company only. We all of you must be knowing. This is the Kalam Anji Reddy. He's founded the Dr. Reddy Laboratories. So this is the way how we can involve the students. That is called an icebreaker game. Every 10 slide you can add this kind of icebreaker. Probably student will more attentive. Otherwise they will lose their attention and they will go to unconscious minds because after every 10 minutes reflection point will be appear. And you have to involvement, engagement is very important. Only attendance is not important. They should attend also. Attention and attendance both are important. Many times what happens, even delegates also, sometimes they're only attending. But I would suggest attendance and attention both are important to get the knowledge. Otherwise, you will not get knowledge. Getting attendance should not be your target. Okay, attention also important. Okay, likewise, again, you can show the image. This is a great founder of CIPLA, you all of you know, Khwaja Abdul Hamid. Likewise, you can select, okay. The last topic, that is Bloom taxonomy. I hope previous session also you might have learned this, but I will take it in different way. With example. I have set certain questions also based on the different level, so that probably you can understood how we can convert this noun to verb. Okay. You all of you know the Bloom taxonomy is effective learning assessments. This will be useful for for the creating of question papers and to encourage the higher order thoughts in the students to build up from lower level cognitive skills. So this is based on the 3 aspects: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. We should really thanks to this Benjamin Bloom, who is a great author and who has described this Bloom taxonomy for effective learning assessments. This is the pedagogy. We all know learning pyramids. I hope you must have in previous session also you must have taken to this pyramids also. We have to always think on this aspects: creating modes, HOT, that is high order of thinking. Sorry. Yeah. So I'll just go with this. This is the level 1, level 2, level 3. That is understanding, apply, analyze, creation, and final accomplishments. So let us see one by one the questions, how we can set the questions. Let us look at these questions. How to set the question paper for pharmacy subjects by using Bloom taxonomy. Let us take the example of chapter. So normally what happens whenever you set the paper, we mostly ask the question in this manner. Sorry. Yeah, define the suspension and classify it. So this has a level of thinking would be very, very low, because what they're getting, only they're remembering and they're writing in the papers. Their mind will not trigger. They'll not become critical thinker. But same way, if you ask the question in this manner, okay, sorry, like this manner, what is the rationale for making suspension as a dosage form, and how will you classify the dispersed system based on stability? This question they will not get the answer in Google also. Sometimes student always Google out during the online assessment and all. But if you create such a questions, probably they'll not go on Google Pay. They will not click on the Google. You all know Professor Google is there, always give the solutions. So Google make the students lazy, ideally. So you have to always make them critical thinker, critical learner. Then only they will empower themselves. No? Otherwise, it is not possible. So this is the way how we can, ask the questions. Just a minute. Yeah. Now see the level 1. If you want to ask level 1, you have to use this verb like enlist brand name of aspirin, for example. One question. Enlist brand name of aspirins, probably only they will remember the names of aspirin. Whatever the brands they know in the market, they remember those names and they will write the answer into the exam. But that will certainly not be useful to them. They'll only they will only get the knowledge. But as per Bloom taxonomy, you have to always make them critical thinker, critical learner, problem solver. You have to make them empower. They can start their own startup also later on, because paper to product, mind to market, idea to implementations. I believe in that. It should not be on paper. It should be on the product. So same question you can frame in the level 5. Instead of enlist the brand, you can ask to compose the brand for aspirin. Only you have to change the question like compose. Then certainly they will become problem solver and critical thinker. Compose means they have to enlist bolenge to, they will only remember the names of brand which is there in the market. Nothing they are getting. But if you ask to compose, then they have to think about that products. Yeah, I have to compose the name according to tablet, according to that particular dosage forms. Dispersible hai, yeah, sustainable is what is. Then they will start thinking on that aspect. So don't ask such questions in your examination. Level 1 may they will not get it anything. Define, classify. This will not certainly solve your purpose. I hope everybody is getting over here. Okay. Yes. Now level 2, which is called as compensation level, where we can ask the questions by using this proverbs. Okay, like classify, convert, defend, describe, discuss, explain paraldehyde in store in dark and cool place. Give example of 2 drugs containing quinolines. Only they'll remember, nothing they're getting. That will demonstrate understanding the fact. That will not certainly helpful to them. Level 3, again, it is having somewhat higher order of thinking. Now this will be, again, they will start apply the knowledge. You can frame the questions like this. Identify the heterocycle present in the following structure. Again, yeah, this is somewhat critical, we can say. Yeah, they have to think. They have to apply the knowledge in actual situations. If another question, if Congo rate is used as an indicator in acid-base titration, what will be the color change at the end points? This will certainly, apply. They are going to apply. Yeah, this level is, we can be expecting. Level 3, level 4, level 5, we expecting. Not level 1, level 2. Okay. Level 1, level 2 only understanding. They'll become only, they'll become only studious. So, level 4 questions we can see over here are the schematic diagram of mechanism action of metronidazole. Means they have to think, they have to become critical thinker. Compare the effectiveness of emulsion over the microemulsion. Means they have to think on that. Make the mind map of rational use of combination of antitubercular drug in treatment of management of TB. So they have to make a mind map. Means they have to again think on that, how to create a mind map. This kind of questions you can frame where they can break down their objects and ideas into simpler parts and find the evidence to support the generalizations. That will certainly make them problem solver, because ultimate goal, again, you have to map with your CO and PO. Okay, you have to make them problem solver. Empowerment, employability skills. Employable hona chahiye. That is very important. Then last level, evaluation and creation. You can ask the questions in level 5 like predict and justify the activity of compounds. You can give one components, one compound structure, and you can just ask, predict and justify. Here they have to become critical thinker. One more questions. Based on parameter given in the particular list, you can see over here. Okay, sorry. You can see over here, we have given the parameter and they have to suggest the best route of administration and drug delivery. This, here they have to use their knowledge for the application purpose. Normal student will not solve. So they have to become critical thinker in this case. The best on your question, and even they will not find this answer in the Google also. They want to try the, sometimes they use Google. You all have missed up many times. They use Google. If they are not getting answer, they'll ask somebody and they'll, okay. So this will certainly solve your issue. Framing the questions. Next, last level. Now I have asked the one questions in the level 1. Enlist the names of aspirin, brand name of aspirin. Now you can ask these questions in another manner. Compose the brand name of insulin suspension. Propose the scheme for solubility determination. Create the database. Construct 5 multiple. Rationale behind before meal, after meal of medication. This is the way how to make them critical thinker, problem solver. Because that is the ultimate goal. And this is the one statement we all know. Declarative knowledge only facilitates us statement of fact, but imperative knowledge facilitates us way of finding new information, probably going to be used for valuable to them. And they have knowledge and experience to make the decision maker. That is very important. You have to make them decision maker. They can take their own decision, what they are supposed to do for their future endeavors. That is important. Okay, so blending learning, you all of you know blended learning, always hand in hand with ICT tools, very important. You have to always involve this kind of learning tools in your doing teaching learning process. Okay, there are certain types of virtual labs are there. Okay, because of time. Okay, I would not go in details. Okay, because of interest of time again. Okay, but there are multiple virtual labs are there. You can go to my YouTube channel, animation based lab, simulation based lab, modeling based lab, AR VR based virtual lab, MR ER based virtual lab, where we can show this kind of experiment to your students, and they can certainly learn that classroom, and we can ask them to work in the laboratory directly. So you can save your timing. Many times what happens, for example, if you want to handle one instrument, we can take them in the virtual laboratory, emulate those environments, and we can ask them to directly work in the laboratory. That is the benefit of this virtual. Measurement based labs also there. Okay, multiple labs are there. I will not go in details. Praxi lab, Bioman, virtual labs, Pinterest, Labsters, Mercs, so many. Okay, I'll maybe in upcoming session, maybe if we have another session, probably I'll cover all these things. Okay, Manner virtual lab also there, where we can get simulation tools. Okay, just a minute. I'll just show you one tools only. Just a minute. Just stop sharing. Just a minute. Yes, I hope you could see my screen. Dikh raha hai screen? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are very fantastic applications. Fate Lab. Okay. The Fate Lab is there in the Google. You can just search on Fate Lab. You'll be getting this kind of small simulations kind of laboratories. Like if you want to explain Beers-Lambert's law, okay. So they have given this kind of virtual laboratories. You can just click Beers law over here. Instead of explaining in theoretical manner, you can have Fate Lab. That is called a simulation lab. Like you can see over here, this is the wavelength, this is your cavity, and this is transmittance versus absorbance. If you want to check the absorbance, transmittance, how transmittance is getting changed with the wavelength and all, we can certainly show them. Okay. Now see, you can select the solutions. I have different solutions with me. I can take any solution from this, like potassium chromate, and I can select the wavelength over here. You can see over here 411. You can make it variable also. You can adjust the wavelength like this over here. And what is the absorbance at this particular wavelength? And concentration also. You can adjust the concentration over here. There are different attributes we can select over here. And moment I click on that, you can see in this cavity, you can see the solution of this concentration and what would be the absorbance. You can see the moment you click on that, you can see absorbance over here. It will reflect on this. Can you see over here? You can see absorbance over here. If you want to go with the transmittance, you can just click on transmittance. This is the way. If you go on changing the concentration, again, transmittance is getting changed. So this is a way how we can make our topic more and more understanding, okay, to your students and interactive also. Student will not get bored. If you talked on your PPT by using the text and all, then they will certainly get bored. They will not, attend you in your class. The next lecture, they will not come. Yeah, this teacher is, boring. So this is happen in your today's class because they are getting the knowledge to YouTube and all. No? So many professors are there. Just click on the topic. You put the topic on Google, on your YouTube also, you'll get the topic. Very good topic. They will understood. So you have to always, adaptables. Change is very important. Yeah, I know change is difficult, but to resist the change again is more difficult. So you have to always think on the possibilities rather than look at that problem is problem, because that problem will again make you more problems. Okay. So you have to always think the possibility in that particular problem. So you can you have to find out the opportunity in that. Okay. Lab, you can take it on the virtual lab. Okay. Like this, you can see this IIT based laboratory that is called as V Labs, where we can take them on this particular experiments that is called as determination of unknown concentration of light absorbing analytes, where we can see UV spectrophotometer. These are different solutions have kept virtually, concentration also kept. So moment you start this particular experiments, you have to always start UV spectrophotometer. You can apparatus. You have to first warm up the UV, UV lights. Similar way that we are doing actually in the wet lab. This is dry lab only. Now see, I have to now take the beaker over here. I have to make a solutions. You can see, you can change the concentration over here also. Now take it on over here. Then fill this over here in this beaker. Then take the pipette over here. Then just click on the pipettes. It will suck the solutions at desired concentration, whatever the concentration required. Then take the cuvette over here. Fill the cuvettes. Then just open the door of this UV spectrophotometer. You can see over here and just place over here. Keep the one blank over here and just close the door now. Now see doors. Yes. Then click on this window. Then you have to scan it over here. So actually, it's a simulation lab because this thing you are going to do in the laboratory, wet lab later on. So take them on this virtual lab first. Let them understood the process, and you can take them in wet lab later on. So they will understood very nicely. Now just click on the scan button over here. Moment you click on the scan button, your UV light passes across that cuvette. It will show the absorbance. You can see over here. It will reflect on the UV spectrum. So this is a way, and you can just can take the data over here. You can see over here. You can pull the data in this particular chart. You can copy. I hope it's interesting for you. Similar, there are multiple applications are there. Okay, I have created the videos of all these things. You can visit my YouTube channel. So many things on entire subjects like physics, chemistry, analysis, biology, ecology, everything available. Only need to aware about this. Awareness is lacking in this world. Thank you for this. Okay, so many things. This is a virtual laboratory. You can see over here. IIT VLab is there. You can just visit on vlab.com. You'll get all the experiments over here. Okay, yes, I'll just keep this now. I hope you could see the screen. Dikha na apne screen. I hope you have seen previous this BS Lambert law.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Even previous one, that simulation lab.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. I'll just now coming to the end of the session, concluding remarks. Just a minute. Yes. All these labs are there. Okay. Virtual labs are there. Now, this is a more free virtual science lab also there. Okay. I'll share some of the PPT to you. Need not worry. I'll skip. Okay. All this. Just now we see this virtual lab. Okay. Determine the concentration. There are online free skill upgradation courses available for teacher and students where we can upgrade your knowledge. Coursera.com, then swayam.gov.in. There are certain MOOC courses, free courses are there. Alison.com. Then next is for National Mission Education. Then you have freeeducator.com where we can find so many courses on clinical trial, pharmacovigilance and all. So many, okay. GLP also there, GCP also there. All are free, where we can register yourself and get it empowered. Add a value in your educations. That is very important. Yeah, I'll skip. There are certain websites to draw chemical structures and reactions. I hope probably you're using this. There are free software to molecular docking and molecular dynamic process. I'll just keep all these things. This is my own contributions to uplift pharmacy educations. Recently, I awarded as a ICT Educator Award by APTI. We all know. Then finally, I'll give one update to you. That is, every college is having the suggestion box, complaint box. But I would suggest you add one more box, that is innovation box. Students' mind has a lot of creations. They can put that idea into the box and certainly as a collaborative learnings. Then finally, now future prospectus is bright. Maybe we are moving from virtual manufacturing, industrial training facility at campus level only, because many students are not getting the industrial training. But you can create at your level only, your college only. We tried in our campus, MIT. We have created the virtual manufacturing facility, industrial training facility at campus level only. Virtual learning environments for manufacturing, education and training. It will be really game changer. It acts as a measure to, synergy. Then concluding thoughts. Always make our students, physically fit, mentally alert. That is very important. Like mind is like parachutes. It works best when it open. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. That is the statement made by Steve Jobs. Thank you very much for paying attention on this, my FDP session. And if you have any questions, I would be really happy to answer your questions. Thank you, organizing teams, for inviting me as one of the resource person for this last day of the session. I know I'm the last batsman to play the role. And thank you once again to all. Thank you. Over to
Thank you, sir.
organizing.
No, sir, you did a wonderful job, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Made
Thank
the
you very much.
session interactive rather than monotonous.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your
Excellent,
comments.
sir. Excellent, sir. Excellent.
Thank
We're
you.
looking forward to organize one more session or workshop with you in future also, sir.
Sure. So this is my campus, sir. You can see.
Yeah.
You can visit. Certainly, all are most welcome to MIT.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful session. The session is very useful, and I also use Kahoot, sir,
Great.
as one of my
Great. ma'am.
ICT tool. We
Yes.
usually organize quiz programs by using that tool.
Great.
Yeah, that is very useful. Thank you, sir. And we also are enlightened with the various other ICT tools that are very helpful to us, and also the virtual labs, what you have listed out. So we know only few labs, but by this presentation, we were able to know the other ICT tools also.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I
Questions?
request Dr. Vijay Kumar, sir, to please conclude this session.
Yes. Thank you, madam. Sir, really very informative and excellent session, sir. In the last, we enjoyed your session, sir, today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, as a organizing team, on behalf of organizing team, it's my duty to conclude this FDP. Very good afternoon, one and all. Today, we all are assembled to conclude a fabulous FDP with many inputs from the distinguished speakers. It involves learning from freshers as well as seniors. We have not opted out student-centric learning. Comes to the day one, it has been taken up by the Dr. GSN Kotesh Rao, who had given the role of pedagogy in colleges to be opted by the faculty. He has given the models of active learning with examples for easy engulfment of methodologies. He has given the way for the faculty to adapt towards the student-centric learning. Day two was started by one more excellent teacher, speaker, Dr. Rajshekhar, who had given the limelight of pedagogy in student-centric learning for the upliftment of students. He also explained the pros and cons of pedagogy in student-centric learning, and he has explained how to overcome these problems in student-centric learning. In comes to day three, he has been made with enlightening COP attainment as a part of NBA and NAC accreditation by Dr. P. Ravindra Babu. He has given the role, requirement, and resolution of CO and PO, and also explained the way to attain them with many examples. He also explained in detail about micro result analysis also. And therefore was scintillating session by Dr. Belar Madhavi, where she has explained the holistic approach towards the attainment through student-centric learning. She has explained about various methodologies, how learning outcomes to be made and followed, and also she explained the role of quadrants to use to know which one is useful and urgent. Based on this, we need to set the goals. Day 5 was provoking session by Dr. Ranjit Prasad Swain. He explained the student-centric learning transformation from old to new. He also elaborated with beautiful slides depicting the way to involve the students in various activities. He also explained that in the present generation, we need to make the students learn through various activities and also to identify the bright and weak students. And finally, Day 6 has been initiated by Dr. Satish Pulisetwar, who himself is an eminent speaker and won many medals for his contribution. He explained very diligently the role of role of faculty to mold present generation students, we need to inculcate this self-belief in the students via various models and methodologies for successful completion of the respective. He explained very well about ICT tools, which many of us was not known before, even myself. It's very useful, sir. You have made the session very live. And this, I thank our beloved principal, Dr. A. Sunita Garu, for encouraging us to conduct this EDP in a smooth manner. And I also thank our management, Siddhartha Academy of General and Technical Education, for providing all the necessary help to conduct this wonderful virtual FDP. I thank each and every speaker for their interpretations and methodologies for smooth running of FDP. I thank all the registered participants who are very active throughout the FDP, and they have showed their interest by asking questions as posting in chat boxes and all. I thank Dr. I. Madhusudana Reddy for his efforts in bringing the acceptance from your distinguished speakers. Last but not the least, I thank the organizing team of IQAC, especially the AVS Sainath, Ravi Shankar, and finally the Chenchalakshmi. Without them, it is impossible to conduct the FDP in successful manner. Thank you, one and all. Hope you will be seen for upcoming FDP also. Thank you very much.
Sir,
Thank you, sir, for joining with us.
Sir.
Amma.
Vijay Kumar, sir. Sir, Principal Ma'am joined the session,
Okay.
sir. Shall I?
Yes.
I'm on the line. Okay.
Yes, madam.
I would like to extend.
please,
I would like to
please
extend my
provide your
sincere
advertisement.
thanks, ma'am, for inviting me as a resource person. Dr. Sunita, ma'am.
Yeah, sir, glad to meet you
Glad to.
through
Yes, ma'am.
virtual platform.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
Dr. A. Sunita, Principal KVSR Corps.
Yes.
Good afternoon, one and
Good
all.
afternoon, madam, for joining.
Yes,
this.
ma'am. Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
Especially, I appreciate Dr. Satish for sparing his valuable time, and Sir has skimmed about the outcome-based teaching and learning methodologies, and I have seen the PPT presentation, sir. It's really captivating to all of us. So, in future, definitely, whenever you are coming to Andhra, so always welcome and visit our college to address the students directly.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring talk, and it was more and more informative to all the young faculty members to implement their innovative teaching methodologies. I hope this FDP is fulfilled the objective, the purpose of this program on pedagogy to develop quality initiatives, a student-centric learning. I must appreciate all the eminent speakers, Dr. GSM Koteshwar Garu, Rajshekar Reddy, Rajit Prasad, Madhavi, Ravindra, for their efforts to deliver the talk on pedagogy initiatives, quality initiatives. I express my sincere thanks to all the participants who have shown their keen interest to attend this program for 1 week. And I'm overwhelming to inform you all that KVSR Corps is continuously organizing various faculty development programs. And from Monday onwards, again, the Department of Pharmacognosy came forward to conduct one more FDP in this month. Thank you, one and all. I appreciate the organizing team, IQAC of KVSR Corps, the program coordinator, Dr. G. Vijay Kumar, and his team members, and the fellow faculty of KVSR Corps for their continuous support and cooperation, for their collective teamwork to make all these events in a successful manner. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for joining with us, sir. See you in future
Thank
also,
you.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
We will
Sir, can we
conduct a
conclude with the
full
Janagadana
one-day
Mana?
workshop with you, sir. We are planning.
Sure. I'll be more happy to be part of that workshop. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
let us play national anthem.
Yes.
Sir, we'll conclude with national anthem, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Jana Gana Mana Adinayak Jai Hai Bharat Bhagya Vidata Punjab Sindhu Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Jahe Tava Jaya Gata Jahe Jaya Hai Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Ravi Shankar, we can end the call.
Okay, sir.